Good morning. Welcome to practice. We're going to begin laying down and taking a narrow support under the shoulder blades, my favorite. Oh, such a nice way to tune into the curve of your upper back. So it might feel quite odd to put something underneath, or maybe if you've been doing this a few times, you're starting to really enjoy it. Whatever that sensation from your body, taking notice. If you like, you can begin your practice with your soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Sometimes I find that's too strong to begin my practice, so I just do parallel legs, parallel feet, and work up to Baddha Konasana. Mm. So appreciating just how you feel. Maybe the equipment is a little awkward, or maybe you're really enjoying it. Whatever that sensation, lengthening the back of the neck and feeling the expansion of the breath. So the ribs expanding, the diaphragm expanding, and also the letting go. Renewal and replenishment in every breath. Feel the shape of your spine on this equipment so that it's there to recall when we're in other postures, sitting or standing, but feeling the bones of the spine moving towards the front of the chest. I'm going to roll off the equipment so you can take it out and lay back down flat. Not that we're flat, we've got lots of curves, but feeling the flat of the floor and where the back touches and where the back doesn't, the neck doesn't touch. All right, let's bring the knees in and out wide. We're going to take hold of one leg and give that leg a stretch. So the knee is going to go towards the floor. And then you start to straighten the leg and just feeling the big sensation of stretch. Feeling the expanse of the breath. If you take the breath into that leg, if you can get a better response of ease or just allowing that stretch to happen, allowing spaciousness in the leg. Good. And then bend that leg in, holding your knees, and then straighten your other leg. You can hold your foot or hold your leg. We start to straighten the other leg. Noticing where the body starts to really resist. Of course, we want to be protected from overstretching, so appreciating that stretch reflex. But incorporating the breath now, really see if there's more room to move when you pay attention to that deep breath, to the volume and space of the breath. Nice work. All right. And then we'll release and roll over to an all fours position. Into forward Virasana. We're going to take the knees out extra wide. So big toes touching and stretching the arms. Notice the resistance here. So if you need to bring your knees in, bring them in. Relaxing your lower back now. Feeling the replenishment of the breath. Mm. And then walking the hands back. And we're going to lift up onto the knees and take the feet out so that your lower legs are in parallel to each other. And we're going to walk the hands forward until you can lower down onto your elbows. And maybe you can slide the knees out wider. So you find where the body moves to, might be resisting a little bit. We're going to lift the torso and just feel the stretch in the belly here. Nice work. Wiggle the feet back in, bring your hands back, and bring the knees together. We're going to tuck the toes under. So we're kneeling, the toes tucked under, and the hands can stay on the floor. If you walk your hands back towards your knees, your hips are going closer to your heels. So you find where your maximum movement is. And if you can still keep moving, you can bring your hands up and just rest them onto your legs. Now, if your little toes don't touch the floor, see if you can tuck them under so they get a stretch too. Good. Bring the hands back to the floor and try lifting your knees off the floor. Good. Even pushing back so that you're rolling over your feet towards a squat position and a kneeling position. And squat position and a kneeling. And if you can do that without your hands on the floor, that's great. Otherwise, keep your hands on the floor for balance. Nice work. We're going to come all the way up to standing. And come to the front of the mat. Feet nice and away. Hips are away. Feet underneath the hips. We're going to just turn the upper body. So hand to shoulder, to hand to opposite shoulder, and turning your ribs. And let's look back over the hands as we turn. Feeling that nice invigoration of the ribs. Try doing the same thing, but with the face facing forward. Mm. Mm. Good, and then back to center. Let's do a sideways movement. So actually, if I turn around so you can see, so keep your hands on one plane. And feeling that opening of the ribs, the space between the ribs, the core of the body stabilizing so that you've got a healthy spine. Nice work. All right. This time the arms are going to go on a angle to the body. So let's start swinging one arm, and then we're going to add the other arm, and they alternate. but you'll see your ribs are still moving the other direction. Not exactly like for me, but a bit. All right, back to the front of the mat. Let's tuck the chin into the chest and really tuck the chin in, kind of hugging a orange, apricot, blueberry. So the back of the neck is really getting a nice big stretch. And then we're going to lengthen the neck. Lift the front of the legs, the breastbone, and look up at the ceiling. Good. Tuck the chin into the chest. Smaller and smaller. Piece of fruit squeezing there. Good. And then lift the front of the legs. Lift the breastbone. And then unfurl the neck so you can look up. Nice. And tuck the chin into the chest again. Good. Lift the front of the legs, the belly, the breastbone. And then unfurl your neck so you can look up. Lots of support coming from the feet, through the legs, your back bend. Nice work. Chin into the chest. Roll the whole body forward. So we've got the feet hip width and parallel. And then just let your head hang down. We're going to just be soft here. Not trying to lift or change anything, just letting gravity stretch the skin of the back of the body. Nod your head. Shake your head. And then back to center and rolling up. Good. We're going to bring the arms up. So when we forward bend this time, we're going to change how we land by bringing the bones of the spine forward. Remembering your blanket in the very beginning of the practice. Behind the shoulder blade, bringing the shoulder blade forward. Come into a halfway Uttanasana. So rest your hands on your thighs and look forward. Elbows in, elbows back. Good. And then take the arms straight beside you, behind you. The palms up towards the ceiling, fingers reaching back, and you're looking forward. Keep reaching the spine forward and back through the fingertips. Feel the replenishment. Allow the torso to reach. Allow the back of the legs to stretch, lifting your kneecaps and your sit bones. And then inhale and come up. Arms up, Urdhva Hastasana and Tadasana. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana, Uttanasana. Bones of the spine forward. Nice work. Put your hands where they reach to, on your legs or on the floor. We're going to walk the hands around to the left side. So if they're on your leg, you can walk around your left leg with your hands on the floor. We're going to reach to the left side of the mat and reach your right arm as far as you can. Take the right hip back, so don't bring the hip as well. So we're looking for the stretch between the ribs on the right side of the rib cage. Just let your neck be relaxed. Nice natural extension of the spine. Opening the right side of the body. Good. And then come back to center and walking the hands around to the right side. And we're really going to reach with the left hand this time. Opening the left ribs, left waist. Good. And then back to center. And then rolling up, Urdhva Hastasana. And Tadasana. Mm. We're going to be stepping back to the back of the mat. So if you know you like to have a chair handy, good idea to grab one now. Urdhva Hastasana, Uttanasana, hands to the floor. Big step back with the left foot. Good. And we're going to lower the left knee almost to the floor. Strong legs, lift your torso, lift the arms by the ears. Crescent lunge. Beautiful. Bring your hands in front of your heart. And we're going to turn the torso to the right side. We're going to take the arms out from the heart again. So you're going to try and turn your arms as though they could be parallel to the edge of the mat, but don't cheat by just bringing the left arm around. So keep the back of the hands reaching back. Shoulder blades reach down. Back to the center. Bring the hands in front of the heart. Step forward, balance on your right foot. And take a balance challenge. Maybe holding your knee or holding your foot. Feeling the balance of your spine. And particularly the upper back, bones of the spine, embedding forward. Feel the replenishment of the breath. Nice work. Left leg, just drop it down, but intentionally place it hip width, parallel. Tadasana. Urdhva Hastasana. Looking up. Uttanasana. Feel the bones of the spine embedding forward. Uttanasana. Reach your right leg back. Nice big step. Bend your front knee. Bend your back knee, almost touching the floor. Lift the torso. Lift the arms. Draw the shoulder blades down. Bring the hands in front of the heart. Press them. Turn your torso to the left side. Bring the arms out from the shoulders, palms facing forward. Reach the back of the hands back. Turn the ribs a little bit more. Back to facing forward. And we're going to step forward and balance on the left foot. Take a balance challenge for yourself. So that might be a hold, holding your foot or holding your knee. Feeling the bones, particularly of the upper back. Reaching forward. Good. And then releasing. Tadasana. Urdhva Hastasana. Uttanasana. Let's step left foot back. Now, try to get both heels down onto the floor. The back heel. Front heel's easily on the floor. All right, and we're going to try to straighten that front leg. But notice if you do, if it makes the rainbow shape in the spine, makes the bones poke up to the ceiling. So bend the front leg and see if you can ease your back. All right, so we want to keep the spine healthy here more than stretching the leg, but you can go for the stretch if you can do that as well. All right, we're going to put the right hand on the right sacrum and the left hand on the floor inside the right foot. I'm going to start to turn the torso to the right side. So press your back heel, feel your feet, turning the ribs. Now, if you can turn your ribs far enough and it feels okay for your neck, take your right arm up towards the ceiling. So the back of the hand is going to reach back. The palm is facing to the right side of your mat. Back of the hand reaching back, turning the ribs. Straightening your front leg if you can, or towards straight. Keeping your balance. Nice. Turn to look back at the front of the mat. We're going to lift up and balance on the right leg. Bring your left leg in front and give yourself a balance challenge. So that might be tiptoes on the floor. It might be holding your knee or even holding your foot. But bringing the bones of the spine forward. Ah. Good, and then releasing that side. Oh, I just fell back into position, trying to keep your balance until you place your foot down. Tadasana. Urdhvasana. Uttanasana. Standing forward bend. Okay, stepping the right foot back, but we want to be able to get the heel on the floor. Okay, notice if you straighten your front leg, you brush straight into that. See if you can feel the bones hooking up to the ceiling. We're trying to avoid that. Bend the front leg and feel the spine embed forward. Yes. Okay, right hand is going to go on the floor inside the left leg. Left knee. Sorry, left foot. Left hand on the sacrum and turning the ribs to the left side. So we want to keep the back heel pressing. You want to feel that really good balance in the feet and legs. Connect, connect. Turning the ribs. Taking the left arm. So the palm is facing the left side of your mat. And we're going to reach back with the back of the hand and turning the ribs a little bit more. See if you can straighten your front. Ooh. Tara Trikonasana. No, Paraverta Trikonasana. Sorry. Onward. Twisting triangle pose. Beautiful. Releasing. Hands back to the front of the mat. We're going to step forward, lift up, balance on the left leg. Take your balance challenge. Holding the knee or holding the foot. Finding that healthy spine. Ooh. Challenging yourself. And placing that foot back down with intention to land hip width and parallel. Tadasana. Renewal and replenishment. Beautiful. We're going to take a seat now. You might like to practice your sitting without using your hands. And I like to get into the squat and give my feet a good little flexibility training by swinging from side to side so that my bottom's closer to the floor. So when I sit, it's with some control. Or I don't like that word. Intention. All right, let's sit up and feel more. From side to side, wave the spine. If you think about the diaphragm, imagine that you were leading with the diaphragm and the bones of the spine following, each in their own way of moving. Mm. Good. And then back to center. We're going to take the arms up by the ears, palms facing, and do the same thing. So when we raise the arms, we've added weight. And as you move, trying to lead with the diaphragm, notice the core of the body stabilizing. The core isn't just the front, of course, side, the back, core, so that the spine gets to move in a healthy and flexible way, supported, strong. Nice. All right. Let's keep the arms up, shoulder blades down. I'm going to lean over to the right, and you're going to try and turn the left ribs back. Oh, so we've got a lot of weight here because of the length of the arms. Feel the bones supported by the muscle. Oh, yes. Come back up to center. Feel the internal muscular support as well. And leaning out to the other side, to the left side. Ooh. Beautiful. Coming back to center. We're going to cross the feet the other way. All right, leaning out to your right again. Now, put your right hand on the floor. Lean as far as you can this time. As far as you can lean without the chest falling down towards the floor. So lifting the ribs. Opening the heart towards the ceiling, the sky. Nice. Could you take your right hand off the floor from here? So really feel the core of the body switch on to support the spine. Ooh, and see if you can take that hand up. Ah, nice work. And coming up. Just sitting in the middle, change the cross of the legs. And leaning over to the left side. So lean as far as you can without the chest falling forward. Reaching. Opening the right ribs back, the heart skyward. Good. You're in your full reach now. And we're going to really be aware of the core of the body, internal muscular support, the pelvic floor, the front and back of the body, so feel that lift. Good. And then we're going to try and take the hand off the floor or even just lighter onto the floor. Ooh, really switching on the core of the body. This side is weak for me. Good. And then coming up to sitting. Ooh. All right, one more of those. Good movement that we don't do enough of. All right, we're going to stretch as far as we can the spine to the right side. But this time, if you were struggling with that before, just do it the same way with the hands in closer to center of gravity. But otherwise, you can take your left arm by the left ear. Whoa, and we're really going to switch on the core of the body and see if you can lift your right hand off the floor. Oh, I have to lift up a little bit to do that. You can bring both arms by the ears. Good, and then coming up to center. And then last side, stopping the cross again. All right, let's go into full stretch because that's the hardest position to lift up from. And adjust from there. Rolling the right ribs back, opening the heart towards the ceiling. All right, then giving it a go again, either with your right hand in towards your center or taking the right arm by the right. Oh. So we try to get that left hand off the floor. I have to lift my torso a little bit from that full stretch position. Oh, and we can bring the both arms by the ears parallel. And coming up. Real easy. Nice work. All right, let's take a laying down position. We're going to lift the hips, and I want to get the hands in underneath the pelvis. So my hips don't really go high enough for the length of my forearms. I'm going to wiggle my feet closer to the sit bones, feet parallel, legs parallel, and then lift the hips. And I might be able to then rock a little bit from side to side and get the palms under the hips. Now, if you can't quite manage that, just do the lift and keep the palms of the hands down on the floor, arms parallel beside you. Okay. Otherwise, we're in our supported lift or hands on the floor lift, and we're keeping the back of the neck long. Oh. Legs are parallel. Good. Now, when you lower down, we're going to go bone by bone. Press your lower back into the floor. Good. And put your feet out. So your legs are still bent, but your legs are in a more neutral position. Good. All right, we're going to take the right knee, hug the right knee in, and keep the knee close to the chest and bring the sole of the foot parallel to the ceiling. Now, I can hold my foot, but you might need to just hold your leggings, the back of the thigh. With each breath, that feeling of restoration. See if you can relax the thigh closer to the chest or floor. Okay, we're going to begin to straighten the right leg. So that you find that intense feeling of straightening. I'm going to let the leg fall out towards the right side. Fall is not really the right verb. There's intention here. We're going to bring the left knee to move towards the left side. Got a little counterweight. We're trying to keep the back of the pelvis on the floor. Straightening, breathing, coming right up against the challenge of resistance and appreciating that. Good. And then keep your leg as straight as you can. Swap your hands around so you can assist the leg to go over to the left side and lift your left knee back up. So you're kind of crossing your thigh. Knee stays close to the chest, close as it goes for you. looking straight up at the ceiling, so the back of the head is supported. All right, now the last part of this, we're going to do a twist. So the right foot is already over to the left side. It's going to continue in that arc of travel all the way down to the floor, and you can let your body roll. But then we'll take the right arm back onto the floor on the right side, opening the chest. Oh, good. And then use your core awareness. Feel how you can switch muscle on to support the movement of coming back up. Nice work. All right, legs are back into neutral position. Feet are hip width and parallel, and bend in your left leg. We're going to keep the knee as close to the chest or the floor as your body allows. And then the sole of the left foot parallel to the ceiling. And then we begin that journey of trying to straighten the leg, but without letting the knee lose its ground, its closeness to the chest or the floor. Just be on the back of your head, straightening, trying to straighten. Letting the leg out to the left side. Now let your right knee move to the right side and try to keep both sides of the sacrum on the floor. Exploring the resistance of your body to this movement. It might be there for a very good reason. Finding your breath. Good, and then keep your leg as straight as you can, your knee as close to your chest as you can, and bring the leg towards the right side now. So it crosses your body, and lift up your right bent leg so the knee heads towards the left. So the legs make a scissor action. Okay, so knee stays closed to the chest. Ooh. Yes. And now the left foot is going to head towards the floor on the right side, and let your body roll. Just follow along. Nice. But then we're going to lay our left shoulder blade back to the floor, the left arm to the left side of the mat, looking over the left. Oh. Feeling the replenishment. Good. Find the core movement in your body. A little movement that supports healthy lift of the leg, healthy spine. Nice work. Tiny little bamboo pose, even without the blanket. Just try lifting your legs and keep rocking the pelvis from side to side. Your legs can be bent here. Trying to get as much length into your lower back as possible. You can just softly hold the back of the thighs if that helps you keep your legs up. If they balance, fine. That's good. And just rest your hands. Just for a moment, being in the upside down. And then releasing your legs. Back to neutral legs. So bent, feet hip width parallel, legs parallel. Feeling the flow. Breath. Rolling to your right side. When you're ready, coming up to sitting. Feeling the balance of your spine. Take the feeling of the practice with you. Namaste.